Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Stepper the Flatbush Don TV, where we don't glorify the streets, but instead we learn from them. The wise learn from the mistakes of others. The fool makes the same mistakes over and over and over, expecting a different result. We all make bad choices, but the greatest amongst us use the lessons learned to help others avoid the pitfalls of the streets death style, where money, gold, opiates, and diamonds become God. I am Stepper, your host. Peace, love, development, and unity is our code. Without these four pillars, we're lost. Today's topic is love people.
Without you, my life would be incomplete. Oh, here with me making love so sweet. You see, there is no one in my heart, only you, baby, and that's for real. Listen, all the loving that I have, you know it's just for you, and all the loving that you have, you say it's just for you. Oh, baby.
Yes, Love People was the place to be during the 80s. Not only Love People, but Village Hut, Dynasty, Illusion, Club 11, Hyroon, Biltmore Ballroom, the Golden Pavilion, Starlight Ballroom, where Bucky Marshall lost his life, Garden Door, Tilden Ballroom, Turntable, and Colonial Mansion, where the Untouchables used to hold their dances. Yes, but my favorite was Love People. Some people might argue with me and call it Dead People, because that's where some people went to cool out and some people went hunting. It depends on the individual. Me personally, I used to go for the hear good music, see beautiful women, and for the atmosphere. Sometimes you just want to free up, escape the day-to-days, ins and outs, and you just want to hear some good music and just relax, put on a nice outfit, and just free up. Now, a lot of people that was coming from out of state, hustling, after they finish their business, they get their outfits. You know, everybody want to look crisp, so they go buy brand new outfit, people suits, and all of that was ballets, linen, silks. All of that was wearing at the time. So now, as I said before, during this time, I used to go free up and love people, relax, and enjoy myself. But always make sure I position myself by the door. They had an exit on the side, so if things got sticky, I could make a quick exit through the side. So no matter, since I was enjoying myself and all of that, I never lost sight of where I was. because you had a lot of dangerous people that was moving around, and sometimes when you have a dangerous mix, things happen. Things happen. When people come from DC, Virginia, wherever they was hustling at, they always move with their entourages and their posse, and they was moving heavy. I mean, sometimes I used to be outside and just talking to people, and I see Crusaders pulling up, spoiler down Maximas, Honda Accords, 750 BMWs, 300Es, laced up with seat covers, spoilers down, rims, Supras, 560 Benz, Alfa Romero. So sometimes you watch and you see different people pulling up in different kind of vehicles, and you could basically judge the kind of money that they was getting. The big wigs, the top shotters, them, the big man, they was driving the 560s and the 750s because we're talking about big money. So when you see somebody pushing that 560 or 750, most likely they was dealing with weight. The 80s was a prosperous time, but looking back in retrospect, I seen all the money circulating, all the money that was circulating at that time, and everybody was looking prosperous, but not want to be a killjoy. Everybody was getting their money the same way. Pushing that cocaine, that weed, that heroin, gun running. But nobody was thinking, they wasn't taking the moral attitude that we're doing wrong. Everybody was just enjoying the money. It was a chance for the ghetto youth to enjoy the American dream. Get you a nice car, get you a nice house, a nice fat stash, fat bank account, nice clothes, jewelry. A lot of people at that time was being brainwashed by movies like Scarface and other movies that was around at that time, that people was getting the blueprint from. I could say that dance hall culture, bad man culture, and all of that was always influenced by TV and movies. A lot of names that bad man picked up for themselves were from movies that they seen, and they liked the character, so they took on the name. As I said before, Love People was the spot for me. No matter the danger, I still enjoy going there. I still enjoy putting on my Paisley watch, my cable rope, dressing up in my linen, my gentleman shoes, and coming out. Sometimes you might meet one of them money girls, bad gal, might hook you up on the works because she know what you into, right? So she might say, boy, I have a food for you for eat, you know. I have a nice food for you for eat, for nyam. But I want this and this for myself. Understand me? So now you're going into a different dimension again. Sometimes you see a dangerous face. But let me reframe that. Sometimes you see a beautiful face and you don't know the dangers behind it. Because you had these females that was moving around, these hustlers, and they were setting them up to get robbed. They knew when they was coming into town to re-up. They knew a lot of different information. A lot of these guys were staying up by certain people's houses. And these females was proxying information. They was giving up information on these guys and setting them up to get robbed. I met a few in love people, and they gave me a couple jobs, but I never really trust them. How could you trust a snake? If they flip on somebody, they're gonna flip on you eventually. But I used to put the fear game down and instill the consequences so that they think twice. But like I said, love people. I love the music.
You know that you can always depend on me, baby. You hold the key to bring my fantasy to reality. No matter what's on your
I'm gonna tell you, a funny thing happened to me one night. I was by Love People. I just came out the penitentiary, and I was moving with my partners in them. And they were showing me certain individuals that was making money. At that time, I was coming out, I was raw, I was broke. No gear. I was looking poor. Well, not really poor, but I wasn't shining the way everybody else was shining. And this is the thing when you crave materialistic things. It propels you to do things that's immoral and unethical. But in the street, everything goes. So now here I am, want to be like everybody else. I want to shine like everybody else. I want to have what everybody else have. So I'm willing to do anything for it. You see? That kind of mentality, that kind of thinking get a lot of people hurt, including myself. But you don't think like that. You only think in one way. You're trying to make that come up. You're trying to eat. So back to the story. I got a friend that's pointing out these guys, and I use that term loosely, friend. Because sometimes when somebody's your friend, they could prevent you from doing things that might hurt yourself. But see, if these individuals is thinking negative and have that street mentality, that death style mentality, then they're going to push you to do things that they believe is all right. They believe that's the way to go. So now they point to this individual that's supposed to be making money. He got cables on, this and that, diamonds on it, man shining. Now I'm not worried about what this individual had to go through to get what he got. All I knew is that I wanted to take it. And I had the power to do it. With my 45. So now I see an opportunity I step to the individual. But before I could step to him, somebody walks in between us. When that person walks in between us, the individual disappeared. That individual disappeared. Up to today, I still can't wrap my brain around what happened. We on the sidewalk in front of Love People. On the side. The person just exited their car. I was talking to a female on the sidewalk. When I went for him, somebody just walked in between us. I didn't lose sight. He was right there. When that person walked in between us, my target vanished in front of my eyes. You see? You figure it out. Peace. One love. Stepper.